Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Section 8. And this is a new action thriller about a man whose family gets murdered. He gets drawn into a secret government agency full of assassins and then winds up having to fight his way when they turn their back on him. And this film is from director Christian Sesma, who's done a lot of films of like this kind of straight to VOD action thriller genre. And this film, they pack in quite a few recognizable names. But at the head from True Blood, we have Ryan Quanten, who plays Jake, our main character, and they do a decent enough job of setting up like he has good, like he's adorable with his son and his wife, and then they get murdered, and then he goes rampaging, winds up in prison, and then getting taken into this government agency. I think he does a fine job in this film. The biggest issue that I have with this film is, one, the dialogue is terrible. Like, none of these actors, for the most part, are strong enough actors to make this dialogue work. And I feel like Quanten, he struggles with trying to make some of this believable. There's even one point where they keep having him repeat the same line, and it's just like, it feels so forced and awkward, and it's just like, you didn't need to say that again. And then there's also the pacing thing, because there's so many plot points in this film and twists and turns, especially in the third act, that it's like, this is an hour and 38 minutes. You spend barely any time on developing most of these things because you're just trying to go to this, to this, to this, to this, to this. This legitimately has like so much content in it. You could have made multiple films out of it, but they condense it so much, it feels so rushed. And there's just too much going on in the film. But we have a solid lead performance. Some of the other actors, like Mickey Rourke, gets a couple of monologues that, like, he's Mickey Rourke. And when he's really trying, like, you could tell, like, it wasn't quite like the Expendables monologue, which is like, chef's kiss, like, what was this doing in this movie? But they were really solid and did their job. Dolph Lundgren doesn't get a whole lot to do. He's there. He's doing his thing. Dermot Mulroney just gets to be like a smug exposition dumping jerk. And like, he does a fine job. He has that charisma to be able to do that. Scott Adkins, who doesn't get a whole lot to do, like acting from like saying his dialogue. Like, he doesn't have a whole lot of dialogue. He doesn't get to do that a whole lot. But when it comes to him showing off his physicality, the best action sequence in this is involving him towards the end of the film, and you're just like, oh my god, I wish all the other action was this interesting. And that's the thing, a lot of the action's kind of forgettable, not a ton of tension, but at least when he shows up, we get that out of it, and that's pretty cool. In general, this is a lot of like tough guy actors thrown into a movie that hits on very familiar beats, and none of the twists and turns are very shocking, and even some of them happen way too quickly that they completely nullify any feeling or connection we had to them. But in the end, this is just a meh and forgettable action thriller that only has a couple of things going for it. But those are my thoughts on Section 8. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.